Good morning, my darlings. My name is Victoria and this is Veritas Tarot. I live on the coast in England and I have been very blessed for the last couple of years to be on a spiritual journey. And during this time, I have been doing readings for friends and families, but I've been guided to step out of my comfort zone and now to do readings for the general collective. And that is with a belief that whoever's meant to hear these readings, see these readings, resonate with them, will hear and see them at a divine timing for them. So I believe that Spirit will guide them at the right time for them to hear the messages from Spirit. I do love to read for love. Obviously that's love of another, but most importantly love for oneself, because just like my cup of tea tarot, you can't pour from an empty cup. And also in England, if you are feeling a little bit down and a bit sad, actually having a cup of tea with those that are close to you, around you, there's nothing that a good strong cup of tea can't fix, as we say here. So and listening to advice, and today it's messages from Spirit, advice with my cup of tea tarot. I launched my channel very recently. I'm on Facebook and Instagram and obviously YouTube, and I also have a website, veritastarot.com, and you can see all the details in the description box below. And I do take personal readings, and I'm doing a special introductory offer at the moment, so I would be very grateful if you do like this reading to like, subscribe and share. I'm planning on doing these Sunday morning cup of tea tarots every Sunday going forward for all of the star signs, and I'm also looking to do the rainbow reading for chakra cleansing, which is so important, and more information on that is available on my website. So let's move on with your reading, Taurus. I'm using the Celtic cross because it's that little bit of Celtic in me, and if I need to clarify, I've got the Everyday Witch cards, and I have blessed and shuffled the cards, and I've been guided for my cup of tea tarots to pull 7 cards for you today. So the first is your present state of mind, where you are right now. Then we'll look at what's in your subconscious, what's your sort of driver. We'll have a little look at your past, and then a little glimpse into your future. And the 5th card is advice from Spirit at this time. The 6th card is the sort of external influences around you and energies that are surrounding you as well, and how that's affecting you. And the 7th card is a potential outcome card. So let's crack on with the reading. The first card we've got, which is kind of where you are now with your current state of mind, is the Page of Swords. And this is also sort of how you perceive things. So I think you feel that there's somebody around you who is maybe just watching you and kind of seeing what you're doing, what you're up to. They may be doing it slightly indirectly, but it also represents to me just that those, what I call those whispers of your soul. You know, it's a page, so it's understanding actually that we're all guided by our soul for our greatest good. You are feeling very protective of yourself right now, but you are beginning to listen to the guidance around you, and that's shown by the light around the man's head. So, and there's lots of messages for you. That's also shown there by the birds there too. But there is definitely somebody who's sort of watching you. Your feeling is sort of asking information about you, and I'm feeling that somebody is a little nervous about coming forward. Obviously somebody who's connected with you in your past, but somebody who may not be very good at sort of speaking their truth, and that's what you wish from them, that speaking of their truth, and for them to tell you how they feel. In your past, you have the 6 of Shields, which is the 6 of Pentacles, and Pentacles are about health and wealth and material possessions and everything. And this card, though, is saying to me that I feel that you were in a relationship where maybe you gave quite a lot, because you can see the hand that's outreached there as one that's bandaged. It hurt you. I don't think you felt it was a very fair, balanced relationship, and maybe there was too much giving and not enough receiving. And the trees also represent that. There is a sort of barrenness to them, so it was sort of unfulfilling. And the snow represents that, maybe a bit of coldness. But do remember that everybody handles life through their own cloudy lens of life, and people don't mean to hurt other people. It's just how they're conditioned in their behaviours. So, but I do feel that you've stepped away from that energy, and it was something that was very difficult for you to do, because with him wearing green there, it's something that you really somebody that you really, really love, but you realise it wasn't the right relationship for you, and it wasn't balanced, and maybe there was a bit of codependency there, and maybe there was just too much you giving financially to that person, and that's what sort of really upsets you. What is your sort of subconscious and your drivers at the moment is the Hermit card, and that's beautiful to see that, my darling, or whoever is listening to this, that this resonates with. The Hermit is all about, it's about going within, and he's got that lamp of truth. It's about understanding. The snow again represents that symbolic ending, and it's a very quiet time. And when we go within, we don't go without, if I'm explaining myself properly. By going within and looking within for our own answers is how we grow and evolve. And you know, every relationship is given to us in order for us to evolve our souls and to learn and grow from it. And I love seeing that this has been happening for you during this time. And Spirit is saying, you know, well done. It's the hardest journey to go within. I call it sort of onion peeling because it always makes you cry, but it is the most fulfilling. And I'm very proud of you for seeing that card in that direction. And I'm also getting, you know, it's been a journey, and you've really looked back and really come to understand what it is that was causing these behaviours, both with you and the other person. And you've come to an understanding and a forgiveness as well. And I well done you. Coming in your near future, you've got the King of Wands. Is a little bit phallic with his chair. We'll just say that. So the King of Wands is very much driven, obsessed, passionate. Whoever this king is, I feel he's somebody from your past, and he wants to talk to you. He's nervous, and you have an amazing sort of sexual attraction between you. And the wand of olive that he's holding, you know, this is his sort of peace offering to you, and the fact that he's looking, you know, back at both the Page of Swords and the Six of Shields. This is very much somebody that's in your past, that's wanting to come back and return. Now, advice from Spirit is the Queen of Shields, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And the first thing I'm seeing in this card, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is amazing. You know, she is independent. She is abundant in her right. She's very grounded, very nurturing. But what I'm seeing in this card, it's almost like she's received a message and she's thinking about it. And again, those snow-capped mountains are saying this is the end of quite a symbolic ending for you, and it's something that's been very painful. And Spirit is saying, you know, take your time. The hare represents, you know, the hare and the tortoise. So it's take your time. Don't rush into any decision. Really think about what's right for you, because, you know, how you start a new relationship doesn't start the moment you meet somebody new. It starts with how you ended the last relationship and how you've learned to grow and evolve from it. And that's why self-love is so important. And the Queen of Pentacles has self-love. And the hare also represents somebody who's actually a great catch. You know, hunters used to find it quite difficult to catch hares, and so they represent a great catch. And the spring is representative of rebirth again for you. So just take your time, don't rush into any decision, and listen. That hermit mode is so important. Listen to your feelings. You know, we all spend so much of our time thinking thoughts, and most of those are fear-based, anxiety-based. But actually, God just simply wants us to listen to our feelings, because that's how he talked to us. So you must just spend some time listening to your feelings and seeing how they feel to you. Observe the situation. Everything happens for us, not to us. So remember that in that process. What's around you is the Six of Wands, which is wonderful. And the Six of Wands in this position for me is, and from how this card appears, is it's being victorious. You have the dragon there, and the lovely thing about the dragon, if it kind of comes into your life, is it's asking you to tap into your soul, listen to your soul, as I keep saying, receive those messages, tap into your psychic nature, and allow yourself to view the eyes of kind of everything that's going on around you with a kind of wonder and mystery. And one of the things I tend to do every day is say, thank you, God, thank you, universe, for a surprise and delight, and I let it go, and it always happens because I have trust and faith and belief. And that's kind of what the dragon's representing as well, that having trust and faith and belief in yourself and something extremely magical that is always around us and that we don't sometimes see. And what I also love to see is that he's holding the one wand, that clarity of thought, the clarity of passion, of desires, of creativity. It's about being victorious and moving forward with your career and ideas. And there are 5 wands there in the background. And the 5 wands together represent conflict and arguments and all sorts of things. You've left those behind. You've taken what you've needed to learn from it. That's that 6th wand. And you're moving forward in the direction that you want to go. And I do believe from the last card, which is the outcome card, which is the 8 of cauldron, which is, the 8 of cauldron, which is the 8 of cups. I think you, and how things are at the moment, you will perhaps leave the situation behind because it isn't for your greatest good. And that's what the 8 of Cups is about. The 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So the 8 is the things that just don't serve you, and you've decided, no, this is not right for me. And it has been a period of your life that has caused a lot of hurt, and it's been very transformative. And you can see there with the eclipse, it's something that really has, you've gone through that dark night of the soul, but you've grown and learned from it. And Spirit's saying, well done, because even despite, the allure of all these cups, you're making that journey up those steps. And I always feel like with steps and stairs, you're taking that journey, that first step. You don't know where it's going, but you're being guided to take it. And so Spirit is saying, well done. And I feel that this is very much the end of a cycle. It's been a very heartbreaking cycle for you, but a completely rewarding one, in that you've come into your own, and you've gained back your self-worth and love and confidence in yourself, and you are ready to go where your soul is guiding you to go. And I truly believe, we don't know, there's all sorts of lovely things happening here, but you are being guided to step forward. And anyway, I hope this resonates with somebody, and I'd be fascinated to see in the comments if it does. And I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.